listen to our director.
No, I'm not a director. Okay, here we go with part 2. Introduce yourself, Sharon.
Sharon Farrell.
Chris Pennock.
A lifetime member of the Actors Studio, and hopefully a new member of the Actors Studio. So let's go on with the conversation. You were asking them.
Oh, I wanted to know about the role when you came in that door. You said that I had a job, possibly.
Oh, you mean the Dark Shadows thing?
Yeah, no, with this new director.
Oh,
just did this
that you have a job. Yeah.
Yeah, that I could possibly
Somebody
have a job
who works with you or something, or helps you write stuff on Facebook or something like that, said Sharon Farrell would really like to meet Ansel Hollingsworth. His other name is also Ansel Farage, and he's this filmmaker.
Well, I do.
And I wrote him, and I said, Sharon Farrell would be a wonderful addition to the rep company that you are amassing these talented people. She'd be incredible. And he said, great. And I said, well, shall I give you a phone number? And he said, not yet, no. Do something else. And then I think I sent your stuff to him, and he's, anyway, you're going to meet.
Oh, well, I can't wait. I'm really excited.
Yeah,
it's so exciting because these young people have some kind of energy that's just exciting and wonderful.
Yes.
And I mean, I like the new cameras. I love the digital. I love the pace.
These little cannons.
I know.
That it looks like Panavision
I
when
know
you put it up there.
And they walk around with it.
All you need is that camera and a little sound thing.
Sound.
Yeah,
And some scrims for lighting. I mean,
Yeah.
you just have those big things,
Yeah.
and you just use the natural lighting. That
That's
it used
great.
to take. It used to take the lighting, the cinematographer, like hours to like set everything.
Now
They
they
used to
shoot
set
50
it all up
scenes
to
a
look
day.
natural.
Yeah.
And inside somewhere, and
Yeah.
then we'd come in and do our work. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love what's going on. I really do. I think it's so exciting.
It really is. I
Really.
mean, today's
Yeah.
when all of us started out, none of this was available.
I know, I'm doing
Yeah.
a web series now, and it's just really fun.
Wow.
There's this young gal, her name is Carolina Sivas, and she graduated from USC, and she's the star, the writer,
Wow.
the producer, the director. She's just brilliant, and she's given me some good advice because I retired and I came back and I had to have some new reels. Like you go to Actors Access and you can't.
Right.
Or LA casting, you gotta have something.
Yeah.
You can't send something that you did 20 years ago. I can't send a scene with me and Steve McQueen or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I've been doing student films and
Me too. That's what I did.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
fun.
When I finally surrendered to being old, and that's what got me going again. I finally sort of lost my vanity. I just thought, man, this was like 8 years ago, early 60s.
Yeah.
And I live in Idlewild. There's a place called Idlewild Art School, and they kept using me as the old man. I was like this token old man. The old guy on the mountain, this old guy, that old guy, and I kept saying, I don't want to be the old guy, and then I thought, okay, hell, I'll be the old guy. I'll be the best damn old guy ever. So I just surrendered to my age. And once I did that, and I sort of lost my, that vanity, I started working all the time and doing every other student film and growing and playing all these characters. And then, and then the dresser, the guy dies on stage. You have to believe the guy is sick enough and old enough to die on stage. And dead. So I did not go to the gym for the whole time. I let myself get fat. I let myself just die. It was great. It was great.
Oh, I love
but
it.
but
I just
it's-
love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
your technique.
Yeah.
I don't talk about it too much because I'm afraid everybody's going to think I'm crazy. I probably got another one.
That's the method. I mean, it's to the extreme. Why won't you talk about
Extreme
yours?
Buddhism, extreme acting.
Yes.
It's all the same.
You said you were afraid to talk about the way you work.
Yeah.
Well, because I kind of feel like I'm a personality thief. If I, especially with girlfriends, it's like I just steal their personalities and just use it, you know?
That's a good thing, I would think. Isn't it?
Yeah, well, I now I'm realizing that. When I retired, I went to
Me
Fiji
too.
Islands to die. You went to Idaho. I figured, and here I am. I'm still living, and I'm thinking I got to get back to the U.S. I get back
Yeah.
here, and it's another planet. It's like
How long had you?
I was
been out
like
of the
12
business?
years.
Yeah,
I was like
about 10
out.
years.
Yeah. And then that was, I feel like a young kid again. I feel
Mhm.
like I'm 18 and going on interviews and,
Me too. Yeah.
you know, it's like kind of a rebirth or something.
Totally.
And it's like
Totally.
I really am embracing the fact that I'm older and I love my age.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that I'm playing a grandma who's trying to get, her husband's died and she's trying to get online to find a guy to
Yeah.
date, you know. And
Hey, look
it's
at
just
what
like
happened
really
to Bruce
fun.
Dern. Bruce Dern, who I'm going to see him tonight.
Oh really?
In that
I've worked with him a couple of
Nebraska.
times.
Nebraska, yeah.
I've worked with, and he's wonderful.
He surrendered to his
Yeah,
age
is
and
that what he
everything,
did?
and he dropped his acting tricks.
Yeah,
In
he's
this
talking
movie,
about that,
you read
yeah.
about that?
Oh.
Yeah, he was
They
talking, I
said,
watched them
don't
on
show
thing.
anything.
Right.
Don't act. Don't
act.
do anything.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I do. I act. No,
Yeah.
don't act. Let us come to you. Let us find you. Just have the
I heard
have
that.
the
It
feelings
was
and the
wonderful.
thoughts. He got a 17-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, how wonderful!
He's going to
How
get the
wonderful.
Oscar.
Oh,
if he
oh,
can
I-
beat out Redford, you know, who I think they're pushing to.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah,
But I gotta see this tonight. I
Redford's in
gotta
it
see
also,
what,
right?
No, he's in All Is Lost,
Oh, so it's gonna be.
which is he has two lines. He's lost at sea, and he's gonna get, you know,
He's gonna die.
I don't
He's
want to
gonna
know the
drown
ending.
or whatever.
Don't tell me.
Oh, this is Robert Redford's film.
Yeah, All Is Lost. But this one is Nebraska. It's Alexander Payne directing and Bruce Dern.
Yeah, I've
And
been hearing
I'm
a
gonna
lot
see it
about
tonight.
that.
Although,
I get
are
that.
you gonna go?
yeah. Not tonight. I'm going to go Saturday.
Saturday. Because
He's
Bruce
going to
is
be
gonna
there
I guess.
Saturday
Tonight?
at
Oh,
the
he's gonna be there.
at the
I
act
thought he
at
was
the
gonna be
Directors
there.
Guild.
No, at the Landmark
Oh,
Theater
oh.
tonight.
No, I'm going up to the Directors Guild.
Oh, cool.
He's
And
going to be
supposed
there Saturday
too, so
afternoon.
Yeah.
Good. He's getting behind it, and
Yeah.
he's gonna go do the marketing and show up
Yeah.
and do interviews. Oh, we gotta get him on the show, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
He should get
I was
here and
talking
just
to
talk.
what's her name,
Can
Wendy
you
Gerard.
imagine?
Wendy.
Yeah, she's very close with him.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, I think
Oh, Bruce, come be on the show and talk about what you're
I
doing.
would love that. I did send it out to him. I would love for him to come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
And but he's right. He talked about how Lee and Gadge told him always be noticed
Yeah.
when he goes to Hollywood,
Yeah.
which I understand now. When you watch his work, he was always noticed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's why
he
they
did a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So now they.
Me too. You know, way too much, I think. I mean,
And-
some of it worked. You know, it's great for stage.
It worked. It really did. You remembered who he was,
Yeah.
but it never elevated him
Yeah.
to this. He said to that part.
Yeah. 'Cause
So there is something
the only
about.
one he was really vulnerable in was Coming Home, where
Yes.
he got dumped by Jane Fonda. And
Yeah.
he let the camera in. He let us in
Yeah.
to that hurt, and he got an Oscar nomination for that.
Right. And because he let us in.
Yeah.
And all the other performances would not. He wouldn't let you in. It was just,
Right.
just look at
So
me.
on the
huh?
defense. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very.
doing
That-
it.
He is like that. I did Mercedes McCambridge was the mom, and I had brothers. I had Robert Blake, and I had Bruce. He was my brother, and I didn't have a car, and Bruce gave me a ride home. He didn't say one thing. It was on a motorcycle. He didn't say one thing to me. He was married to Diane Ladd at the time, and who's a fabulous actress, and I worked with her in
Amazing.
The Reavers
Yeah.
with Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
But Bruce was like very kind of standoffish and very kind of withdrawn, and it's like kind of unapproachable in a sense. But when we were acting, we were like we were fighting on the ground over a wallet. He was my brother, and we were like rednecks, and I went and stole the wallet, and he stole it from me, and then he caught me, and we were rolling around on the ground and everything. But he's just he was into the part.
Yeah.
So into the part, but
Yeah.
when we weren't acting, he wasn't around. He was
Right.
off in another world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
He was also very good in
He's a wonderful actor.
on that series he did on HBO. Or
That was great.
Yeah.
Big Love.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm so
Right.
glad. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so
Harry
excited.
Dean
And
Stanton.
Harry
I
Dean
can't wait to see
Stanton.
it. Oh, Harry
Another-
Dean.
Ah,
I love Harry.
he has
Dean.
done
I
500
can't.
movies or something.
Harry Dean was like, he just,
Did you know him?
oh,
too?
well, he came on to me. I mean, Dustin Hoffman
Well,
promised me
everybody
the role
came
if
on
I
to
would
you.
fuck Harry Dean Stanton. And, I don't, I'm sorry. I didn't like Harry Dean, and Dustin Hoffman, like, just put me through hell
Oh,
for
God.
straight time, straight talk, or whatever
Straight
the hell
time,
that
yeah,
movie was.
yeah, straight time.
I mean,
Wow.
I don't, girls have, men treat girls differently than they treat each other, and everybody's grown, and I'm sure that,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Harry Dean's fine now, but at the time, he came over to my house, and I was living with a guy, and he stole his robe.
Really?
Yeah, he took his clothes.
Harry,
and he thought that I was
Bring it
gonna-
back, Harry.
Are you watching
I went,
this?
I went and got it back.
Write your
I
karma,
went and got
man.
it
You're
back.
gonna have bad
And
karma
not
until
only
you get
that,
the robe back.
Dustin Hoffman at that interview when I had an
Dusty.
interview with Dustin Hoffman and Teresa Russell was there.
He's watching.
He gave me a pubic hair. That's what he gave me for coming in for the interview. That was his gift to me.
That was interesting. That's an interesting choice.
Wow.
A pubic hair, a Dustin Hoffman pubic hair. I mean,
Did you save
I felt
it?
like a piece of trash. They made me feel
That's
like I
terrible.
was just like less than a woman, less than a girl.
Yeah.
They made me feel so bad.
Yeah. Well, now they know.
Oh, I'm mad at you still.
They fucked up.
I know.
Where's your?
I don't know.
enlightened
I probably
nature?
shouldn't talk about that. I shouldn't talk. We should just
I don't
crash
edit.
the show, the two of us. we should tie him up and steal the film and run off with it, so we can't put it on.
Too late. It's too late now. We are fucked.
I don't know how to edit.
And he doesn't. There was a girl on.
I was kidding.
No, that's enough.
Paris.
No.
I was kidding.
There was this
I don't
girl
want to
on.
do it.
There was this girl on with her. She was a belly dancer, and she she didn't go. Never mind. I'm not.
No, yeah, you're
trouble.
going someplace with it.
Oh
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
no, I wasn't. I was just bad.
Have you had any of those experiences, Chris?
So have you been hit on by casting directors? Or?
I have been hit on by. I mean, I'm straight, and
Guys
I
get
do.
it as much
We
as girls.
get it. We get it a lot.
Yeah, you guys do.
But I was molested as a teenager by my therapist.
Oh, terrific.
So I sort of had a little anger at the gay
What did he
at the
do?
gay people.
What did he do to you? How
Well,
old were
Well,
you?
we don't
I
need to
was
go into
16.
details.
You were 16. Well, I want to.
No.
Yeah. I was
Why?
having, sexual problems, as a 16-year-old, and he said, I can help you with that, and this is part of the therapy, and I trusted the guy. So he molested me for a while, for a couple of months, and I literally thought it was part of the therapy. And then found out it wasn't, and he was molesting other people too. That sort of messed me up in terms of trust, and trusting people, and trusting older men.
Oh. I think sometimes men
Authority
go through worse
figures.
things
I just
than
have,
girls
so I went
do.
around with this rage, this homophobic rage for years.
Golly.
Raging.
Do you think that
If
has
somebody
anything?
came on to me, I'd be screaming, you think I'm gay? Now, I'm cool with it.
But do you think that had anything to do with your going for the edge as an actor?
I think my whole life.
You really trust.
I may be a little bipolar, but I know
I'm
as
definitely bi. I think that helps us.
I think it does.
It's just
yeah,
a
except
label
for the-
anyway.
Yeah, and I just started
Label.
Zoloft, so
Oh, don't get off
2
of
weeks,
that.
2
Don't
weeks.
just get off of that crap.
Get off Zoloft.
Get off of it because it just
It just started working. Now I gotta
Oh.
get off it.
Oh well, if it listen, if it works for you,
I gotta
don't
do
listen.
something,
Don't-
Sharon.
Don't listen to me. Just don't. Listen
I was
to me.
worried about coming on this show that my depression would show through, but I think it's the other side that's showing through.
Yeah, I like.
You
I
think
like
I'm
this
depressing?
line. No, I don't. Keep taking that
No?
Zoloft.
Okay,
Give me
yeah,
some. No,
I want to take it for another couple of weeks. See where it goes. See if I can still act. I wanna see
Yeah,
if I
you
can
want to
still
be
act.
because that
'Cause
bipolar thing helps you.
I've got a
to be able to like cry and go change emotions and dive
Yeah.
into one thing and
Right.
get
In and
into
out.
another.
Right.
You know, and you go to a psychiatrist, they say, well, you're not an actor
But I
anymore,
wanted to-
you're retired.
I wanted
you
to stop
don't want to do that.
crying 15 times a day. That's why I got on this
Yeah,
stuff.
but when you just do it, just cry a lot, and then pretty soon you'll get through with that,
Yeah.
and you'll do something else.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to be very honest in this interview. I think I'm doing a good job.
I think you are.
I want to know what is Zoloft? What are the side
It's an
effects?
SSRI. The side effects are nausea, which I'm getting a lot. Anxiety, a little anxiety. Last night driving home from the studio, I was a mess. You know, for 3 hours. You know, anxiety, nausea, depression. I mean, it all came back. Today I feel great. I mean, I got here. So I think it's going to help.
Well, it takes a while for these things to set in, but
You're
then
not
if
on
you don't,
anything?
no,
And you're
I have
bipolar?
gone through like a whole lot of stuff. I
Yeah.
have gone through like I was taking some kind of stuff that they gave to people who were what are those people?
Xanax.
I don't.
SIBOs,
I
what
don't know. I was-
placebos?
I ended up in a mental
Well,
institution, and
let's-
they tried a lot of different things on me because
Oh.
they said I was bipolar, and they wanted. He said the doctor said, well, you're not an actress
Right.
anymore, and you know, you go high and low and back and forth,
Ah.
and you know, we want to calm you down.
Yeah.
You know, we don't, and I never get that depressed.
Good.
If I get depressed, and then I stay home and I get depressed.
But you're not
And
perched
then
on the edge of the bridge.
I don't like go out
Jumping
and do anything weird. You know, I don't. You know,
Yeah.
I just say, okay, I'm depressed. I'll meditate or I go exercise.
Exercise, that's what
I exercise.
Yeah, that's usually worse. for
You know,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
it takes you. You know, the endorphins. You know,
Yeah.
it's like just great. So
Then I had a
and I
hip
go for a
replacement, I
walk.
couldn't run
I did
anymore.
too. I did this one.
Yeah.
I'll show you my scarf. You show me no.
Mine is resurfacing. Is yours? Or
Yeah.
It's
What do
a
you
total replacement?
No, yeah, mine. I have a. They cut me right on the side.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got this titanium cup in there. They didn't cut out any bones. This is for athletes. It's like the
Ooh.
athlete's hip replacement, so I can sit cross-legged.
She
I can
can
do
ski.
everything.
I can run. I can do everything.
Yeah, I
and it
can
won't
do too.
dislocate. And I may have to get this one. How's your other one?
It's fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
How long ago did you get your thing?
About 4 months ago.
Holy shit!
No.
And you're
And
not even limping.
yeah,
She's not
no,
even-
and
no,
I'm
she
like
does
real,
everything.
You know, I'm like real.
Wow.
You know, I'm like real limber and stuff.
Wow.
But I go.
Were you in a
know,
lot of pain for a long time?
Yes, I was.
Me too. 2 years
but-
of agony.
But I took the pain pills and then you exercise, and I went to the motion picture hospital, and they've got a saltwater pool that they keep 90 degrees. Jodie
Wow.
Foster gave us this pool.
Wow.
And that is magical because, you know, you bicycle for a minute and you go
Mhm.
backwards, and then you
Mhm.
make your legs go this way, and
Yeah.
you're able to like exercise, and you're able to
Wow.
you build those muscles to squeeze that so it doesn't go out.
Wow.
You know, just like really get it in there solid. But I don't.
This is fortuitous.
Fortuitous. But let's get back to. I want to get back.
All our hip replacements, all of us.
Yeah.
How are you with your hips?
Mine are good so
That's
far.
great.
You
That's
said
great,
yesterday
man.
you were at the studio. Were you at Lou Antonio's class?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay,
love
I'd like for you to
that
speak a
show.
little bit about what it's like going to
Yeah,
Lou
what's
and
that?
Yeah,
Let's see.
Lou
what I
Antonio.
love about Lou's class is it's really a class about getting better. It's not a class about showing off your shit and
Right.
how brilliant you are and getting compliments and getting Marty to say, maybe we'll do a project. It's really, no matter what you do up there, he will find ways to
You'll find
to
a
help
little
you grow.
something to like say,
you grow
try
even
this.
more and more and more. You never
So you bring a
reach.
scene. You brought a scene into him and did
No,
a
I was
scene,
just
or
there
you were
watching.
doing-
I was just watching.
Were they like doing sense memories or?
No,
no,
they're
you-
doing
exercises?
scenes.
They
They're
were
doing-
doing scenes.
Yeah,
Let him
lots of
explain
scenes.
it. Let him explain it.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it's like
Just-
the Friday session. They do 2 scenes. Nobody comments in Lou's class. Only Lou,
Right.
which is nice because it can save you from a lot of
Crap.
a lot of destructive comments. You know, which
Ego
is-
trips
yeah,
and
oh
everything
yeah,
else.
yeah. So it's just Lou, and he's pure joy. It's just all about the joy of acting, and there's some ego, a little bit of ego, but he's a genius too. He's the Ansel Hollingsworth of theater. He is amazing.
He really is.
So I love this guy.
And the second time around, when you do it, it's always so much more.
Yeah.
It brings things out of the actors that
Yeah.
they never dreamed of.
What is he like?
And
What did he say?
he makes you fearless for
Like, what does he like
somehow.
say? To give a little
He will
something
make you totally
specific.
fearless. He'll tell me a lot that even in life I overact. I mean,
He says you
I just
overact
get-
in life?
Yeah, I mean, I sort of do too much, you know, and I just, well, that's me, you know, that's what I do. That's my, quote, dynamic personality, as my wife said when she first met me in Kathmandu. You've got a dynamic personality, not like these other wimps. So that was cool. So anyway, he says, you know, even in life, you're doing a lot. You know, you're very theatrical. Maybe try something else. Maybe don't try anything. So he's trying to get me to
He wants you to
sink
hang out with
into
Bruce Stern.
myself, and yeah, a little Bruce Stern stuff.
He's
right?
giving you some
presence,
soda.
presence. You know, just your being on stage, just alive on stage. Just try that. So I'll do that, and
Well, I've seen you on stage, and you're very powerful doing nothing.
yeah, that's what he's
wonderful.
saying,
You know,
and that's good to know.
Oh.
it really is very powerful. People don't realize that. I always find it's actors think they have to do something,
Yeah,
and once you start indicating and thinking you got to do something,
right.
then you're not. Then you're acting
You
like
lose
Shelley
it.
Winters. I talk about it
Yeah,
when she told me, "Sit down, John.
yeah,
You're acting."
yeah,
That's what starts to happen. But when you sit there on stage, when I was watching you put on the makeup
yeah,
in the dresser,
yeah,
and you were doing nothing, and then you went off into wherever,
yeah,
no one knows.
yeah,
But it's so interesting
yeah.
that you can't take your eyes off it
Wow.
because it's doing nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever notice on screen when people the silence?
Oh,
You know, I talk about what's his name, Rod Steiger in The Pawnbroker.
yes.
Remember that scream? No
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah,
It was the most powerful scream I ever
I worked
heard.
with him too
wow.
Yeah.
on a TV show.
When you think about it, that's what Salome taught me that.
Yeah,
She taught me that
Yeah.
silence. And
Yeah.
you don't have to do that.
exactly.
You don't have to be loud.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you don't have to let people know what you're doing.
yeah.
If you believe it, I'll believe it.
And especially on film.
Yes,
man.
it's a
It's a
disaster.
huge screen. It's a
Yes.
disaster. Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones, who I love his work.
He
But-
needs to get his face fixed. I'm sorry.
So-
His eyes are getting so
I'm knocking.
baggy that I want him to
But
just
But
look
listen,
like
this is
himself.
what I'm saying about Tommy Lee Jones. After he got
I
the
love
Oscar,
him.
he did Lee J. Cobb. And I think he had made a decision to do everything, to show everything he had in a lead role in a movie. Everything. And it was way too much. He ate the screen alive. It was way too much. It was nothing but overacting and showing. And then he finally got back to just being. And then he's really powerful.
Yeah, he is.
Just
I mean,
because
he's
he's,
just like,
it's like he's lived 1,000 years
Yeah.
and it's in his eyes.
But you hear that, you know that, and yet you don't do that.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
You don't trust that you're interesting enough because of old wounds. Maybe, like there's an introject in there. They used to call it an introject in Gestalt therapy where you've got an old wound because your parents said, you're dull, boring.
you try not to be dull and
And you
boring.
try not to be, for the rest of your life, no matter what you're going through. You still don't trust it because of that. And, that's why, God, I've been in therapy since I was 13 and I could use some more.
Huh.
Working through that shit. Usually I can do it with the acting, but, I don't know.
I
I'm
would
going to do
think
it with
so.
Prisoners Second Avenue. I'm going to have a breakdown on stage.
Well, it was
really
so-
have one.
When
Yeah.
you talk about old wounds, it was something like Sharon was talking to me earlier. I don't know if you want to talk about your mother with the.
Oh,
the-
just
yeah.
being disciplined when you were a kid. My
Yeah.
mom had a razor strap.
But why did she?
And she just.
I want you to explain also why your mother used the razor strap and not what her
Oh
mother
yeah,
used.
because her mother would say, "Go get me a switch." Her mother would say, "Go get me a switch, Hazel." And so she'd have to pull off a stick, and it'd be a long,
Where are you
thin
from?
stick, and then she'd whack, and those things
Yeah.
break the skin
Yeah.
and make blood.
Yeah.
So my mom thought that a razor strap, it's a welt, but and she only did our legs. She didn't, she
Her
didn't.
mother
she
thought it
just-
was an upgrade.
She thought it was like she was like being a better mom.
I mean,
Wow.
but that's the way people thought in those days.
That's the way they did it.
Where are you from?
Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay. Midwestern abuse. My wife's from Indiana.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Southern
Is she an
Indiana.
actress?
No, she's a teacher.
Oh.
A wonderful teacher.
Who does she teach?
She teaches abused kids.
Oh
at a-
my
at a school
goodness!
in Beaumont.
So she can take care of you.
She's
can
been
teach you how to do it.
taking care of me for
She like
25
she's
years.
just-
We just had our 25th
you do what I
wedding
say,
anniversary.
right?
Yeah.
You do what I say.
And I like
I'm
structure.
A teacher
I like
and
to be
you've been
structured.
abused. Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So here we are.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
But we're very
How-
fortunate to have you as a member of the Actors Studio.
Oh,
I mean,
I should say so.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're an exciting, wonderful actor.
Wow!
I don't know. It's like, it's like if he overacts in life, it must be true.
Yeah,
So it's a true thing.
yeah, yeah.
but all that pain that both of you had, is like Marty said, is a gift to the actor.
Yeah. Because that's what
Oh
moves.
yeah,
That's what
and
moves
that's what
people.
gets us through it too. Because I remember
That's
when I
what
was
moves
really,
people.
really young,
It
I was a
touches people.
dancer first. But I mean, anything that happened to me, I think I'm going to be able to. I have to remember. I mean, I would get out of whatever I was in because
Yeah.
I can use this later.
Yeah, yeah.
So it like
Oh.
lifted me out. I
Still.
became an observer
Still.
of what I was
Me
doing.
too. Yeah.
It was a meditation.
I can be in an absolutely horrendous emotional state and be thinking,
I can remember this.
or I wish there was a Panavision camera on me right now to capture this fucking rage I'm feeling because I want to kill that guy. And I wish this was on film right now because I'm really feeling it. Shelley Winters always did that too.
Yeah.
She would always have, some great drama in life, and then
I love.
I gotta remember that. Okay, I gotta throw that away.
But that's an actor's gift. You
Yeah.
see these things, you try to remember to use it somewhere along the line. Put it in the memory bank.
And my mother
So
did it
everything in your
one time.
life is a gift.
It's a
Sorry.
gift.
Yeah.
Everything's a gift.
For the actor, yes.
Yeah.
Your worst tragedy.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Your worst tragedy,
The worst thing
losing
you
a
can
kid
be
or
going
something,
through.
I mean,
And it
Absolute
sounds
worst
strange, but
tragedy.
it is a gift
yeah.
for the actor.
It gets you through some rough times, because you think, well, I've done this one, I'll be able to do this lickety split.
Yeah.
Lickety split.
We are so lucky.
We
are actors.
We are absolutely lucky.
God.
My mom taught me something very
That's
good though,
w-
because she said, pretend, don't practice. She always was saying, stand up straight, hold your stomach in, all that kind of stuff. She said, don't think about it when when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You hold your stomach in
Uh-huh.
and you practice your posture. Not in front of people. You forget about it when you're in front of people. When you're alone,
Right.
tuck your belly into your spine.
Right.
She was teaching me the core.
She was.
Pilates.
Wow.
And she didn't even know it.
In
I
Iowa.
mean, Iowa.
In
she,
Iowa.
She went to
Sioux
sixth
City,
grade.
Iowa.
Sioux City,
She
Iowa.
went to
Core.
sixth grade. She didn't call it core. She just said suck that gut in. But do it when you're alone.
Well, it worked for you.
Do it when you're alone. Practice these things when you're alone.
There's a lot of things we do alone. And, that's what we do. And most actors are alone.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in our own world half of the time. And people are trying to get in there.
Yeah.
We escape to that place.
It is. It's the greatest place to hide.
Oh, it's so
Is
wonderful.
being an actor.
Yeah.
Oh, and hiding. You can be going through something so horrible in life, and you got to roll,
Yeah.
and you just escape into it.
Oh yeah.
It's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just want to thank you too for coming on, and the fans out there are going to see this tonight. But this has really been a gift.
How can we see it?
Yeah, it'll be on Facebook and YouTube tonight,
Oh.
and I'm going to give you a DVD to go home with.
Okay. Cool.
And but I want to thank you too
But I'm
for
going to
coming
be at
on.
Bruce Stearns thing, so I'll miss it.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
Yes,
It's 24 hours a day.
Oh.
On his Facebook
You can
page,
keep seeing it?
he's got the links, and you just click on it, and it's there, and we'll put up the pictures, and it's so fun.
Wow.
And Sharon is my
Website.
co-host.
Oh, you know
and
something?
really been a blessing
I
for
decided
me.
I like all those ladies with the sex and stuff, but I want to put up some of the guys. I want to put up some hunks.
Not on my page.
Well, he's the boss. Oh, not on